It's a symbol of authority, used for centuries in government and still in use today. The ceremonial mace. You'll find it in the House of Representatives, the same one in use since 1841, next to the Speaker of the House when they're all in session. Now, here in 21 Country, colleges also use the mace. The former IPFW used one to mark their graduation ceremonies.
But when the campus split in 2018, Purdue-Fort Wayne leaders wanted something to call their own. And for the very first time tomorrow, PFW's own ceremonial mace and the man who made it will honor a fresh batch of scholars.
Robert Schrader. You can call me Bob. I've taught here since 1994, and I teach all of the metalworking classes. We started in the summer of 2019. Since we're a Purdue University now, a single entity, the chancellor wanted to have a mace that represented this place. And so that's what we started with. Let's see, this was it here. So I did a lot of research actually on maces that were created. I tried to find out how they came to be in the United States. But then after it was all said and done, there really aren't any records of how it came to be. So we sort of started here blind. It's a symbol of the university. It's usually only there when the leader of the university is present. I had deadlines about producing drawings and coming up with some ideas. There was a lot of discussion before we had any meetings too about, well, what's notable about this campus? The collection of mastodon bones that were discovered on a farm near here in the 1950s, and it's a very complete skeleton, are very significant for this university. And so we thought, well, we could work around that. When you have a spotlight hitting this from above, this highly polished and gold-plated inside of this concave shape reflects that light back onto this flame, and it actually makes the metal flame appear to be flickering. Underneath is a vase that's made out of copper. The bones are cast, and all the rest of the metal on the mace are cast in bronze, which is a combination of copper and tin. The woodworking was done by my colleague Dana Goodman. He turned the tulip wood sections and the walnut sections by hand, and then he made the cube. And then there is a blank side because there is no seal yet chosen or designed for this campus. But once there is, it'll be added to this face. And at the bottom, there's a globe, and it represents the world and the university's reach globally. But technically, the globe is the nut that holds this together. To be asked, to be recognized that you can do something that uses your craft and uses your skills to create something that is a lasting legacy for the institution, for the ideas about what you believe in, and for you.
Well, that's some artistry there.
Yeah,
it really is. We should also tell you that every part of that new mace is significant. It has meaning. For example, that flame you talked about represents learning, and the dish represents the university's pool of knowledge. The decorative leaves in the light wood pay homage to the tulip tree. That's Indiana's state tree. The tulip wood cube holds the seal of PFW and the flags of Indiana and Fort Wayne. And as already mentioned, the bronze bones and the mastodon collars are symbols of what makes that college unique. The bronze globe base represents the university's reach all across the world. Well, almost 1,400 students will graduate tomorrow from PFW between two ceremonies at noon and 7 o'clock at the Coliseum. In fact, right now, Bob there is practicing his march with the mace in hand as a rehearsal. We wish him luck and we congratulate the class of 2021.